Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF coming at you with another video. I'm sorry my fan is on. It's pretty hot in LA today. So please bear with me because I ain't about to turn that off. But I'm pretty sure you can hear me because I tested it out. And as long as I keep it at this volume, I'm pretty sure you can hear me. So this is what's going on with the Lakers, man. Not the Lakers, the Clippers, the LA team that's still playing. The Clippers, as I've already touched on in my last video, are dealing with a real serious injury to Kawhi Leonard at this point. And the reason why I'm turning on this camera and talking about this again is because we have new information. We don't exactly know what's going on with the knee, but it does look like it's serious. It does look like when they looked at the MRI, they saw some stuff that didn't look structurally right. Now, they're not quite sure what's going on just yet. They're going to do some more tests to see exactly how bad this is. But Kawhi is probably not going to be playing anymore in this series. And it looks like he may be out for the rest of the playoffs, to be completely and utterly honest with you guys. And the reason why I'm coming here, honestly, is because I'm telling you this. I think it's a good chance that if this knee injury is very serious, that Kawhi Leonard retires. He has an option this year to opt out, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to be a free agent. And the type of money that he's going to be offered, especially if this is an injury that extends into next season, is going to be affected dramatically. And he already is somebody who's kind of been dealing with injuries a lot his entire career. And it's been reported that his knees, particularly, are degenerative. Like he's headed down a path where he's going to have to retire early regardless, just like Andrew Bynum. Now, I don't know the authenticity of that information. Because I know that I've heard it somewhere, but I can't honestly tell you where I heard it from. I will look it up and make sure I know what I'm talking about next time. But at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not that is the case or not, when I look at Kawhi Leonard and I see him missing so much time for each and every injury that happens and load management, and then I look at that free agency situation, I say he's in Los Angeles. Maybe he wants to stay with the Clippers. I don't think he wants to go anywhere else. If he's out for the season, next season, that's going to affect negotiations dramatically with the Clippers. The Lakers aren't going to sign damaged goods, especially if he's going to be out for half a season. I don't see us trying to go after him. I just look at this and see it as a perfect storm for him to walk away from the game, if he decides to. Now, if this isn't that serious and he doesn't miss any time starting next season, maybe he's able to come back even in these playoffs, forget everything I'm saying. Because I don't know that he has any interest in retiring at all. But if his knees are going to continue to be degenerative, if that information is true, and he's having knee issues now, on top of that could be a serious knee injury, who knows who he comes back as in terms of the type of player he's going to come back as. He's already not the same player defensively, although offensively he's been just as good, if not more aggressive than he was in the past. But all in all, this is yet another serious injury to another superstar caliber player, and the NBA is this is what you get when you do it this way. Just like LeBron said, he tweeted out today, you cannot, and I'm paraphrasing as I normally do, but you cannot expect players to be able to perform properly and stay healthy throughout the duration of a season when you don't give them enough recovery time for their bodies. And that's just what it is. That's what's going on here. Guys are not recovering properly. They're in the rhythms. A lot of these guys have been in the league for several years. Their bodies are used to a certain type of thing in terms of recovery, games played, routines, etc. And with COVID protocol coupled with the funny scheduling, you are doubling down on the possibility of throwing their bodies off. So that's what we're seeing here. Some of our favorite players are out. Some of the most talented players in this league, their teams are still around, but they are not, and that's a league issue. And look, like I said in the other video, there's no guarantee we're going to see an NBA Finals that represents the best two teams in this league this year. In fact, it's more than likely that we don't. We could be crowning a champion that simply doesn't deserve to be one at this point, and that's unfortunate in my mind. It's fun in terms of not knowing what's going to happen, but when we look back on this season, people talk about the asterisks of last season's in the bubble. This season's even more so of an asterisk for me because ain't none of the best players available despite them doing what they need to do to have the teams that they need to have to compete. it's unbelievable the list of names that are hurt, and it has affected these playoffs dramatically. And there's still a lot of ball to play. So I'm just holding on to hope and faith that guys don't continue to get hurt. But unfortunately, as I said, there's a whole 2 rounds left. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next season. How many of these injuries hold over? As I said, Kawhi's, hopefully it doesn't. But how many of them actually affect guys next year? Because I look at James Harden. I'm looking at Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I'm looking at, everybody who's been hurt. And Jamal Murray, all these guys. And I'm just saying to myself, how does this affect their trajectory going forward? How does this affect who the superstars of the league are going to be over the next 3 years? If some of our favorite players, some of the best players are all starting to face injury issues, of course, after the injuries pile up, guys start to diminish. So it's like this could affect a lot of different things going forward for the league, including who the faces of the league are going to be. I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but you could see a big shift in the all-star names over the next 4 years because of this season, honestly. I can really see that. I can totally see that. So, that's what I got to say. At the end of the day, man, I just hope that the NBA finds a way to just do what it is they need to do to keep their teams healthy. Do a better job of making sure that you scientifically structure these schedules in a way that takes into account recovery time, rest time, the various places guys are in their careers, in terms of like LeBron James in year 19, 18, wherever the heck he's headed. I mean, it's time to start being a bit more methodical about this kind of stuff as it pertains to keeping the players healthy, because we learned a hard lesson this year, and clearly we're paying for it. So, my name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching. Get healthy soon. Everybody get well soon. Kwahi, I'm out.